What's your reaction?
Besides, I hate the internet and the pictures that float around on it from time to time. I'm very aware of the picture. I'm also aware of when it was taken and where it was taken. And you know, we test our entire team on our drug testing policy at the beginning of the season. Then we have our other follow-up tests throughout the course of the year, and I'm super confident that we handle each one the same, and we enforce our policy very consistently. There's not a single thing that goes on that I do not always bring in our athletic director and talk about, and to make sure we're being very consistent in that. And, you know, our kids make social decisions all the time, just like my own kids do, just like I make mistakes, and we are going to help them navigate life, but we're going to hold them accountable for actions that are not what we want representing our university, our program, or that would hurt themselves. And again, I'm very confident that we deal with all of them in the same manner, and we'll continue to do that.
Questions?
Hey, Coach, Butch inherited a similar situation as you. You hit on it a little bit, but if you had a chance to talk to him, kind of compare notes or talk about the process?
I haven't. I mean, the only time we've seen each other is at the SEC meetings. Very personable guy. I can see why he's recruiting well, and but we haven't sat down and shared notes. Just by watching, he really doesn't need my help. He's doing a fine job, and is putting together a really good team there.
Coach, over here, it looks like everything was hitting on all cylinders, maybe except punt return. You're still happy there?
Well, happy is relative. I mean, I think, again, the people that you have to look at what's going on nationally with punt return and the new spread system. The free releases that they're getting, and if they get any kind of hang time over 4 seconds, you better be willing to catch it and take a hit if you don't fair catch it. And that's dangerous. And we certainly, the most important thing after a punt return is that we have possession of the ball. The thing I do not like is the hidden yardage because of balls that hit the ground that I think were catchable. Those are the ones that you cannot allow to happen, and we've had a couple of those. But as far as us fair catching them, when we sense that clock is going off in our head, I don't have a problem with that. I want the ball. I want possession of the ball.
Coach Freeze, what do you see from on film? What do you see from Tennessee's defense? And they're really young, but very talented.
Very athletic. They do a solid job. They're in the right places. I always watch a big play reel on Monday mornings, and theirs is very, very small compared to a lot. They don't give up explosive plays. They're really talented at corner, at the Mike linebacker. And their defensive line is extremely active and athletic, so it's a quality defense.
Hugh, over here.
I know you expected the defense, your defense, to be very good this year, but it seems like that it has kind of gone from good to elite. You know, first in the country points per game, or first in the SEC, second in the country. What has allowed it to kind of take that jump? I mean, did any position group surprise you, or did guys just get better? What happened?
You know, the first thing that popped in my mind was I think Jason Jones deserves a lot of credit. Obviously, Dave and his schematics and putting the plans together, which they do a great job. But you'd have to say that our corners. I don't remember. I don't know that I remember a deep ball this year that we weren't in position. That certainly doesn't mean we made every play, but I believe we were in position. Even the one they hit on the little skinny post the other night, you know, our freshman Webster was right in position. He's just got to make a play on it. And that hadn't always been the case. Obviously, recruiting helps that. But, and the second thing that popped in my mind was just we haven't given up explosive plays. And I've always been a believer from being an offensive coach, if you make an offense have to drive a consistent drive over and over again for 60, 70 yards, we make mistakes on offense. You're gonna block a look wrong, or something is very difficult if you don't give explosive plays. Now, when you give explosive plays, those drives get easier. But if you really have to grind out first down after first down after first down, and then convert in the red zone, it's difficult. And our team has given up very few explosive plays, and then we've been stingy when it does get in the red zone and made people settle for field goals. So there's obviously a lot of reasons: the scheme, the coaching, but most of all the players.